Hey everybody, it's Jay Blake White for JesusWired.com, and guess where I am? I'm at the Martin Luther King Share the Dream Luncheon in Los Angeles, California. Today it's hosted by Anthony Anderson, and they've got tons of honorees. Stay here, get plugged in for JesusWired.com. That is awesome. So you are being honored today at this prestigious event. How does that make you feel, and what is it most that excites you about the MLK Share the Dream Luncheon?
Well, I'm very humbled for one thing. I have hosted this luncheon in the past, so quite frankly, last year when they contacted me, I just assumed, I said, of course I'll MC again. And they said, no, we want to honor you this year. This is one of the most dedicated and committed organizations that I've had the pleasure of working with. I remember the plans 5 years ago where it was just a dream to reopen this hospital that served a vital part of our community, a community that was in vital need of health care. And the way it closed was so sad, and as a journalist, of course, I talked about that on a daily basis like other journalists here. So to see their dream coming true and the work that they have put into this, I am especially honored and humbled to receive an award from them today. I consider them my friends.
That is awesome. It must have been amazing to be a part of the journey, like be a part of the entire process and making it and seeing the ins and outs, especially as the MC from time to time. You can recall back on that.
Oh, I remember when there was just some paper. You know,
wow.
There were plans.
Yeah.
They wanted to raise money, and this is the idea they came up with. But to actually get the doctors and other staff on board and to assemble these people, it's amazing. And again, I was asked a question about a call to arms, and I think people like to see the fruition of what they put in. Their service, whether it's time, money, they want to see something good come out of it. Well, here you go.
Now, I do have one last question for where our outlet is known for publicizing media that is encouraging and inspiring. So I have to ask you, as an accomplished host, what does the American dream look like for you?
What does it look like for me? Well,
What does it mean to you? Let me clarify that. What does it mean to you, the American dream?
I want to say that I'm probably living it. I happen to come from a Christian household, and I can remember years, I'm going to talk about that a little bit, of the community service that my parents put in helping to raise us, how much effort they put into not only their kids, but anybody else's kids that needed it, that needed parenting or a little love, their community, their church. So the fact that I am able to stand here and represent just the humbleness of what they put out. They were working class people. You know, they weren't journalists and doctors, but they were educators, and they had a dream for us. So for me, we had black president. We made a lot of strides. We're taking some setbacks, but very briefly, in my opinion, I think whenever things like that happen, and I'm not going to mention names, but when things like that happen where the country is divided, then I always see a light at the end of the tunnel. I have to, because my faith is very, very strong. So the American dream for me is that the same thing Dr. King, as he wished for back in the early 60s, that we all appreciate the rights of one another and that we all have equal opportunity in education. This hospital is representative. People in the community of Watts in South Los Angeles, they deserve better health care. They deserve as good as health care as anybody else. Absolutely. As people that live in Beverly Hills and other surroundings. So for that, I'd like to see some parity, some equality. So I'm happy that this is happening today.
Well, you are a pillar, and we stand on your shoulders. Congratulations to you, and what great words. You heard it here first on JesusWired.com. Hey everybody, it's Jay Blake White for JesusWired.com. I'm standing with the very beautiful and lovely Susan Watson. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's awesome. Isn't she lovely? Yes, she is. So you are being honored today, the Game Changer Award. What is it most that excites you about that award? Like, I mean, wow.
You know what excites me about it is that as far as we have to go, it's a reminder of how far we've come. Do you know what I mean? That there is part of the game that has changed. And the recognition of my character, of the relationship, of the value of marriage, of the value of a family structure and a foundation, and the fact that, you know, we are black people who are embodying these universal ideals and characteristics that we all want to incorporate into our lives means a lot. You know, and we weren't trying to do anything political by saying that or anything. We were just being. And so it's lovely that we're just allowed to be at this point, and
That's
it's
so
not some
awesome.
kind of stereotype or,
Yeah.
we're just allowed to be
Do you all
ourselves.
write on the show for This Is Us, or?
No, we have writers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They just
Okay.
write really well.
Really well.
Sounds like
Really,
it.
I say that. I think I watched an interview the other day on IMDb.com, and Kevin was saying that everybody's truth is kind of being exposed on there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
So, one last question. We're asking everybody here for our outlet. What does the American dream mean to you?
It means being unstoppable. You don't stop. You don't stop until you get it. That's what it means to me.
Hey, everybody, it's Jay Blake White, and that is a wrap for the MLK Share the Dream Red Carpet.